Sara Fay Egan is the president and CEO of Beale Street Blues Company, a hospitality and entertainment group. From orchestrating events around the world to overseeing multiple restaurants, including 2 along the world-famous Beale Street, she is no stranger to ups and downs. Her debut novel is called Through the Line, and Sara Fay Egan is joining us now live to share more about this writing experience and what brought you here. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here.
Okay, so let's just go to the beginning. What inspired you to write the Through Line?
Well, I've had amazing, really unbelievable stories over the past 20 years of wedding and event planning, and I wanted to tell those stories, which are really funny and unbelievable, but it wasn't until I had huge curveballs and pivots in my life, like my father passing away and pivoting to taking over BB King's and Idabita here in Memphis, to my daughter's life-threatening illness, that really made me stop and think that I had something to share, and I wanted to put those lessons out there in a positive way and make people think about how to really be present in the moment and enjoy life and enjoy the small moments.
Can you just talk about maybe a curveball moment from your event planning? As soon as you said, you know, weddings, and I said, oh my goodness, you know, I mean, they look great you know, on the surface.
Yes, exactly. Well, one a few years ago, which was a big curveball, we had a tent set up on a ranch in Texas, and it was completely set up, all of the tables, chairs, the tent we had been setting up for 2 weeks, and on Thursday night before the wedding, a tornado hit. So worst case scenario, and out of the whole town, it hit our tent and the elementary school. And the lightning really had scissored the steel. So it was unbelievable, and we had to, in 24 hours, take it down, put it back up, and could have sat there and cried, but somehow the importance of surrounding yourself with amazing people and vendors, we got it done, and then it ended up being on the cover of Vogue, which is pretty full circle unbelievable. So.
Well, yeah, because that is a woman and a man's, or whoever gets married, it's their moment, right, for the rest of their lives. And so just handling these unexpected moments, what do you hope people will take from the book and some of these stories that you're sharing?
Right. Well, I've really learned the importance of being present in the moment and compartmentalizing, and especially with work-life balance, being a mom. I have a 13-year-old, a 10-year-old, and which a lot of times there's no such thing as balance, but really learning to enjoy the ride and enjoy the curveballs. And that's one of those things where I think life can get you down and something happens. Everybody has something going on in their life, but how do you surround yourself with the right people? And a lot of the book is a workbook to work through those questions together.
Well, your father just brought so much joy to a lot of people, and when the curveballs are personal, that is really, I mean, how do you get through that? What do you do?
Well, it's a whole nother level when they're that personal, and it really changes your life, and it changed my life. Whereas my life, things look so great when things are on the cover of Vogue or they look perfect on Instagram. But then when you really think about what's important in life and what my father did for the city of Memphis and BB King's on Beale Street, that really made me want to continue that legacy forward here for Memphis.
That was actually the first venue I ever went to.
Really?
20-something years ago when I first got there.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Tell me just your thoughts moving forward when you think of the hospitality industry as well, and let's also talk about how people can get a copy of the book.
Yes, absolutely. Well, it's really such a privilege. One thing I had thought is, you know, event planning, hospitality is really all in the same. We have this privilege to take people out of their life, whatever's going on in their life, whatever curveball, they can come into BB King's, come into Idabita, and forget about that for a minute with the music and the food and the sounds. And so I really just want to continue that forward here. And so everyone can grab a copy of the book as well at Novel. We'll be doing a book signing today from 4 to 7.
Wow. She crab soup. Okay.
Yes.
I mean, that is literally my. That is my go-to, and I'll like take that to go. But no, thank you so much for joining us this morning, for being brave enough to share the painful moments, and you can help others to get through whatever they're going through.
Thank you so much.
Sara Fay Egan is also the inspiration for our question of the day.
Okay.
So here we go. Overcoming life's curveballs, right? So she inspired today's Live at 9 question of the day. So hover your cell phone camera over the screen, tap the yellow bar, and vote. What is the first thing you do to get out of a curveball? Do you make a plan and act? Talk to someone you trust? Or do you pray or reflect? We're going to check results midway through the show and then share final results before we wrap at 10 a.m.